All right, boys and girls, I got some cool news. This is gonna be a different video. I ask that you stick around and give this a little try here. I'm gonna go from my Miller and my Lincoln and try this Arc Captain. These guys sent it out to me to try it, give it an honest review, and if you know me, that's gonna happen. So first thing, it came with no wire. Second thing, it can run off gas. It runs off a 30 or it runs off a standard 20. So it's gonna fit right into the shop. What I think I'm gonna like most about it is it has automatic tuning adjustments. So those days when you feel like, you know, you're not the world's best welder, you can, you know, rely on this thing a little bit. So I'm gonna throw a bundle of wire in there. We'll see how she goes, and then we'll talk about it. We'll kind of see what we like about it. Alright, so I'm not big on sponsored videos. I just want y'all to know that. I don't sponsor garbage. In the past, I have received, I think, 2 little jump boxes. They've been fantastic, and I highly recommend them. And I have turned down probably 100 sponsors in the last 3 months, just to let everybody know. This one I didn't want to turn down because I feel like viewers of this channel could greatly benefit from a machine like this, because you can afford it. Let's say $500 to $700 for around this with whatever you get. And there's great features about it that separate it from other ones. It's lightweight. Look at this. It's got a stick welder. Fantastic. I mean, things have just come across in the past few years. They've changed dramatically. But I love my Millermatic 190. This was not cheap. These run you a couple grand minimum used. And same with the Lincoln. So this right here is cost effective. I think it's realistic. This would be a great birthday gift, Father's Day gift, something like that. I'll include a link and check it out. We're gonna give her the beans today, try a couple things. I got some flat bar over there. I got some tubing. We'll do a little welding on it and see how she goes. I'll do some dirty and clean, and we'll see how we like it. And I noticed one other thing. Come with 0.8 to 0.8 to 0.03. That's odd. Just got 2 of them. I have some tips. I have some 35s, and then I've got some other 35s. I have some other stuff over there. I got a bunch of stuff down here. I'd like to see if I can run this without gas. That would be nice. It's definitely thin compared to these other ones. I'm okay with that. It's lightweight. We'll get all this set up and jazzed up. I mean, it looks about the same. I do have the power on. Let me turn that off. I got a 50 amp running out. It's on a 30 amp plug. I like this. It's very nice. N6 50R. Pretty nice. Alright, a couple things I like already. I'm going to set up a gasless, and you know, I could run gas. I have gas already hooked up to that. So I would like to use gasless on this, a little flux cord. And first things first, this inverter welder user manual, I can actually read it. So they got a point there. So it says installation for gasless self-shielded arc welding. You'll put the work clamp cable into the positive terminal. That's this right here. I'm kind of in an odd situation because my counter's not deep enough. This is our positive right there. These just slide in, turn to tighten. Pretty nice. Then it says use the quick plug on the front panel and plug it into the negative output. I did that right here. That's this little doodad right there. Tighten it up. Then it says install the wire spool and go to town. Pretty nice. Let's see how she works there. I'm going to throw a little spool in and we'll try it out. I've got some big spools set up for my miller over there. I've already got wire ran in it. I don't want to open up another one. Thank you. All right, first and foremost, she fed through without a single issue. That's your biggest clue on quality right there. You ever have one pack up in here? It's a nightmare. So I like that already. Got our modes. Check it out down there at MIG, MMA. That's a stick weld. And then TIG. I would love to have the TIG handle. Torch. And then we got MIG with a spoil. I'm not sure which MIG is going to be gasless. Let me check on my manual real quick. All right, after playing with this for a minute, I was able to select flux on a 035. It's on MIG. I've got it all set where I need it to be, and I think we're going to do okay. I know it's hard for you guys to see that, but it seems to be a pretty nice system here. Let me just say something loud and clear. There's a light in this welder. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's something so simple you would never think about. That is genius. Props to Arc Captain, or whoever it is that made this. That is fantastic. Couple things. I don't particularly care for how it automatically throttles itself. That's almost, I don't know, it's definitely different for me. I'm used to these older machines that don't do an automatic throttle. So, and as you can tell, she kicks out a lot of material after you let off the trigger. So I'm personally not a fan of that, just being honest. I mean, you're gonna be cutting a lot of wire there. Let me work with this a minute and see if it's something I'm doing wrong. I've read the owner's manual and I haven't seen anything about this. All right, let's talk about it. Did some burning. Let's take a look. First hit right out the box, terrible. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, terrible. Absolutely garbage. I don't know what to say there. I trusted the automatic setting and I prefer to critique it just a hair. And this is how I'll show you it turned out after that. So not even just 30 seconds of fooling with it, and I was able to get it to clean up and really start showing a decent weld. Now, that right there is not my best welds ever. I can tell you that right now. I didn't even grind out that center section. But let's take a look. We got good heat penetration. I think this is going to be good in the shop just for quick, lightweight maneuverability, and I think with some fine tuning it's going to produce a decent bead. Now, something to talk about here too. I'm using a Job Smart gasless flux cord wire. It's a 035. That is not a name brand wire. It's never even close to it. So I'll call that a win. Definitely take you a second to get used to this thing if you're like me and you're used to old school machines. And I love the old school machines, but they cost a fortune. This does not. This is affordable. I think you can get this machine, and it's one of its lowest variants for in the $300 range. That's incredible. I would highly recommend that. I have got to order some welding rod. I have just a couple pieces, and I'll be trying out this. You will see this in some video. I actually learned how to weld with stick. I went to school for it and did some college. Didn't finish, you know, welcome to that club. But I was doing some auto body collision stuff, and I learned how to stick weld, things like that. MIG, TIG, all those good things. So yeah, there's your real review. Is it worth having a simple welder in the shop? Absolutely. Would I go out and spec this thing out to over $1,000? Me personally, probably not. If it had the aluminum feature and it is capable of that, yes, I would. On the flip side, if you're stepping up from an older welder that weighs as much as in a 1970s Lincoln Town Car, yeah, this is a nice upgrade. So it's good to have in the shop. I can move it, don't weigh a lot, and it still does the job. This is going to be fantastic to have for sheet metal, things like that. And I don't know, it's just something good to have. You'll see it around. Big thanks to Arc Captain. I appreciate them guys reaching out to me and providing this. And I think with a little trial and error and some future work with it, we will be chugging along just fine.